Hey everyone, welcome to Watercolor Wednesday with Jeffrey and Liz. I am going to paint this painting for you while I talk about something that's been kind of weighing on my mind a lot lately. First, I just want to preface this video by saying I apologize for the sound of this microphone. I understand it is terrible, 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 and I'm working on getting a better one. But in the meantime, I just have this little cheap, crummy $10 microphone that I had to get for school when I was getting my master's degree. Um, we had to do these little presentations online, and I didn't really want to spend a ton of money on school, so I just bought this cheap little thing. Anyway, so the topic at hand. The whole reason I got my name, Left Brain Liz, is it's kind of a play on the whole idea that we have left brain, right brain tendencies as far as like our habits or the way we think or how we our talents. Traditionally, left brain thinkers are more well, according to this theory, left brain thinkers are more logical, mathematical, scientific, just more I want to say more like kind of A personality type people. Um, right brain thinkers are what I would consider more kind of like free spirit type people, very artistic, and they see the big picture, they see patterns in things, and like see the beauty in things. And not that left brain thinkers couldn't do that, it's just that the tendency for a right brain thinker to be more creative and artistic is more prevalent according to the theory. So, anyway, this is where I come in. So, I have been a scientist for the past 12 years, and I've always loved science, even since grade school. But I've also really adored art. I've always been big into creating things with my hands and just being artistic. And when I say creating things with my hands, I mean everything like painting, drawing, soap making, crochet, writing, anything I can do to like create, I just adore. But I am a career scientist. I actually am a research biochemist where my daily tasks include researching cures for cancer, which is like an amazing thing, and I love it. It's great, but it's a very logical, mathematical, scientific job. So, um, from working in my industry, I can clearly tell you that the logical, mathematical, left brain thinking is prevalent, just very prevalent in the scientific industry. And that makes sense because it just seems like, according to the theory, that, left brain thinkers are, more scientific and logical. And the creativity side kind of gets put on the back burner. So a lot of the people that I interact with day to day are not typically artistically minded. Not to say that they don't exist, because I will say that there's like one or two people in my circle of coworkers that I can see have that tendency as well. But for the most part, I would say like 90% of my coworkers are just the left quote unquote brain thinkers. I've had people tell me in the artistic world that, oh, they don't believe in the left brain, right brain line of thinking, and they probably just saw my name and or my YouTube moniker and were just like, hey, that's probably what that means, and I don't believe in that. That's fine. That's your opinion, but personally, just from like, I'm like a big. That's one of my traits. I'm a big observer. Like I observe a lot of things. I'm very passive about it. I don't. I'm not a loud person. I sit in a corner and I kind of observe people. That's just how I've always been. So as a passive observer, I can tell you that I think that this theory does hold some water. It makes sense to me. This particular individual that was telling me that they didn't believe in that kind of thinking, they made the comment saying like, well, I incorporate science in all my art pieces, and it's like I incorporated an EKG into this painting I did. Well, that's awesome. I think that sounds great, and that's a creative thing to do. But my question to you would be, did you actually take that EKG reading? Did you analyze that EKG yourself? Or did you just get it from the hospital and then incorporate it into your art? There's a big difference, because if you actually spent the time to learn the instrument, understand its nuances, look at it from a logical and analytical perspective, learn what we would call an assay. I don't think an EKG is really considered an assay, but if you considered that, like, that to me would make more sense. Like, your argument would make more sense. But as it stands, it doesn't. So yeah, I can incorporate science in my art too. I can grab like some picture online of like some art, scientific thing, and then like make art out of it. Sure. But I guess where I'm coming from is like, I am actually a scientist, and I have to switch gears from time to time. So basically, my conflict lies in the fact that because I think in both ways, like I switch gears from time to time. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I feel like my brain is kind of pulling itself in either direction all the time. So I feel like I can't be great at either thing, because where one person is like 100% logical, they're going to be like an awesome scientist. Not to say I'm not, but they're going to be just like top of the line. And same with this artistic. Like if you think 100% creative, you're going to be an amazing artist, or you're going to be some kind of amazing creative, personality. Whereas like my scientific side pulls that back. So like I'm kind of in this gray area in between, where I'm kind of thinking scientifically, but I'm also thinking creatively. And it's just kind of like my brain is at war with itself. But that's okay. That's just my personality. And I wouldn't change that for the world. But just understand that from here on out, my art isn't going to be the best, fantastic thing you're going to see on the internet. But I don't know. It's a start. But anyway, that was my thoughts on that. This watercolor piece here is not finished, but I will do a part 2 for this. If you'd like to see more, just click on the subscribe button in the lower right, and I'll see you later.